Hey everybody, Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel, man. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. A very productive day. Anyway, I'm about to make it more productive for you. So I wanted to talk to you about this new saw, this new circular saw that DeWalt has. And it's a Flexvolt 60 volt max brushless circ saw. So this means that you slap one of those 60 volt Flexvolt batteries on there and this will give you the max power you can get. So one of our subscribers, Stan the Man, had sent us this the other day, that it's, back up here on the Home Depot website again, and it's the same price as the old one, which is pretty cool because, sometimes they might jack the price up a bit on these Power Detect duals. And DeWalt keeps making it more confusing for us by throwing more new tools at us, making us go, what's the difference? So this one is called the DCS578B, and of course the B stands for beer tool. So normally you would just call it the DCS578. So this brand new saw here is supposed to be more powerful than my saw. Now to set the stage, let me just go back and show you what I have, and so this is my saw here, and you can see it looks pretty much exactly the same. Now we did an excellent tool review video on this very saw back in January of this year, where we ran it through the works here, through several materials, and did all sorts of testing on it. I will put a link to that video down in the description in case you missed it, because it'll be a good way for you to see this new saw, because you really can't tell the difference at all. So it seems to me that DeWalt seems to be coming up with more and more of these power detect type tools, and that seems to be the direction they're heading into now. As you can see, this is my current saw. Okay, now you can see right here that it says that the item is currently out of stock. So I don't know if that means, okay, they're going to be phasing it out, or if they're just happen to be out of stock on it. Now this particular saw that I have, the DCS575, is normally a kit saw. So if you look here, this is how Home Depot and DeWalt normally sell my model of saw in a kit. And I bought it last year in a kit with the DCD996 hammer drill, which is this kit right here. I can't believe they're actually got it listed for $528 right now, because we first showed you this kit a year ago in 2019 at Father's Day, sometime around Father's Day. It was actually before Memorial Day, and it was $399 in the stores. A brushless, battery-operated DeWalt circular saw here. And I like this one here, this Flexvolt one here, and it's brushless, but look at the price. So then I noticed this kit here, this Flexvolt kit, $399, and look at that. $726 worth of tools in this kit. This is the holy grail right here, folks. I first told you about this particular kit here way back in May, in time for Memorial Day. And I told you about this kit, and it was $399 at the time, but guess what? They've got it marked down heavily. Huge discount to $349. So this is about, $50 off. But of course, you guys know me, and I always like to come in with my Lowe's coupons, my 10% off movers coupon here. And a lot of people don't know this, but Home Depot will honor this competitor's coupon. And this is the only one that they honor too, by the way. So they'll take 10% off more at the register. So I actually ended up paying, I think, something like $314 for this kit. So we got an incredible deal on this to get two really good tools here. So I've always thought that this was, DeWalt's top of the line, best circ saw they've ever made. It's such an incredible circular saw. Now this was introduced, I think, around 2017 or so. This was initially met with some criticism because it lacked a rafter hook. And we showed you in the video, of course, how this new version of the same model number saw, mine is the same model number that they had 3 years ago, but they upgraded it to have the rafter hook, which was a great welcome to a lot of people. Okay, so now we flash back to this new DCS578 model that DeWalt has introduced for us, and they are now telling me that it has up to 47% more power than the DCS575 60 volt max circular saw. Okay, but wait, I see a couple of little asterisks right there. Sometimes with advertising, those asterisks usually mean, oh, no it isn't. And let's go see if we can find where those two asterisks are. Here's their disclaimer. The DeWalt, right down here, see it? The DeWalt DCS578 with a with the 9, that's the 9 amp hour battery, has up to 47% more power versus the 575 with a 6 amp hour battery. Okay, so that was the testing methodology that they did. Now, some might argue, well, hey, that's not fair, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. If you slap 2 of those batteries on and the same saw, does it really make a difference? I don't know. So it almost looks like this one here is another slice. It's another reskin, another flavor of the Power Detect. So just like the tool review that we uploaded the other day for you, you got to see that one, where we showed you the new DCD999 hammer drill, and they're not calling it Power Detect, but yet it's looking, acting, and doing everything just like Power Detect. So that's what it looks like here, what this new version of this saw is. So this might be a good one to get. If you were looking at getting the DCS575, the one that I have right now, you might want to hold off on that. So let me tell you why. If you look at all of these specs that they're telling you here that you're getting on this new DCS578, these exactly match my specs. So 60 volt max, so it runs off of Flexvolt. This is a true Flexvolt saw, and you cannot use any of the other 20 volt XR or any of the other batteries on here. This will only operate off of a Flexvolt battery. Let me just double check and make sure if that's correct. Yeah, it's a Flexvolt tool, bottom of the handle. Yeah, they did. It has all of the same specs that I have. The maximum bevel is 57 degrees, same as my saw. It has the LED on there, same as my saw. It uses the 7¼ inch blade, just as my saw does, and has the exact same maximum cutting depth, which I think this is the biggest in the industry right now for this. It's a 2 9/16 with a 90-degree bevel, and you lose it if you go to a 45-degree bevel. It drops down. But they have the electric brake, the integrated rafter hook. See, so it's got everything that my saw has on it. So what's the difference? They don't give you all of the information, the same that you see like on Home Depot. But anyway, it's like buried in 2 places here. But here you can see 2456 unit watts out. So 2456 UWO. And it has the same 5800 RPMs right here, see, that my saw has. So let's go over to Home Depot and confirm this. So if you come over here to Home Depot, they're confirming the specs here, right here, the 2456 unit watts out, and everything else here is the same. Now you come over here to my saw. Now they don't show this on the Home Depot site, so you have to come over to DeWalt's website to find the max output power for my saw, and here it is right here. So 1600 watts. So my current saw, even though, so you compare my saw, the DCS575 Flexvolt Circular Saw, to this new saw, the DCS578, you're probably not going to be able to see anything different between them at all. It's all probably done in the software, and maybe they changed the motor. They're both brushless motors, so I'm thinking that going forward, this DCS578 is really the one that you want to get, because sometimes they might jack up the price on us when they introduce a new Power Detect tool, even though they're not really calling this that. They can't, because that's a Lowe's exclusive, but they're not calling it anything else. They're not calling it, it's not part of the Flexvolt Advantage. So it's getting strange how DeWalt is seemingly blurring the lines now here between all of these model numbers. They're so subtle, and there's so few differences between them that I think the only thing you really have to go on here is this right here, this one number here, this max unit watts out. And then some people are going to question, do I need all that power if I'm just cutting 2x4s? Probably not, but it's always nice to know you have that power backup here. So that's what you do. You come down here, you look at it. I always come and look at the max speed, the RPM. See, 5800 is the same as mine. And then always check that the power watt out, the max power watt out. And then with DeWalt making things even more blurry for us, they're not really giving us much information on this new one. This is the one they announced on September 22nd when they sent us out that press release. in that press release, they mentioned this circular saw. So this one here is a Flexvolt, and it's part of the Flexvolt Advantage, just like that hammer drill that we showed you in the review video the other night. Now this saw right here, however, there's one difference here. Look, this saw right here only has 5,500 RPMs compared to the 5,800 RPMs that we have on the other two saws that I just showed you. So, and they're not telling us what the max... They are not telling us what the unit watts output is on this. So they're really not giving us information. They're kind of just saying, hey, this is a more powerful drill. So DeWalt is not really giving us much information on this circular saw, other than to say that it has Flexvolt advantage and you can get more power. You can get up to 77% more power when compared with the the 6 amp hour battery, compared to some DCB. Yeah, that's the 5 amp hour battery there. So it's hard to say what's really going on here between these three. But I tend to go with the units where I can actually get the specs, where they can actually clearly tell you in a manner that you can compare apples with apples. Here, they're not telling you any of the unit watts out. You have no idea what it is. So right now, I'm skeptical on this saw, and I would probably take the 578 over this DCS573. Okay, now just to give you a quick snapshot of some of the videos we've uploaded in the last few days that I highly recommend you take a look at. A couple of nights ago, we uploaded this one here, warning you all about the cracked CPVC piping that many of us have on the walls of our houses. I don't, but we did this repair at our friend's house the other day. And then yesterday, we uploaded this the tool deals that we found at Costco yesterday. And then the night before last, we uploaded this one here, where we talked about that new DeWalt DCD999. That's the Flexvolt Advantage drill there. And we compared it against my older DCD996 to see, what are the differences there. So a lot of great videos we've uploaded lately. Make sure you check those out, folks. And if you like this video so far, if you found this informational, hey, would you do us a favor and give us a thumbs up down below? That tells us that you like us. And man, look, if you're not subscribed to us, look at all of these different videos that we put up for you all the time, and lots of great videos on remodeling your homes and your kitchens and your bathrooms and tiling and engineering disasters like we showed you here the other day with this plumbing fail. So make sure, if you're not subscribed, that you click on that subscribe button and click the little gray bell icon next to it. That will tell YouTube to alert you whenever we upload a new video. Well, that's it for this one, folks. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.